guys, it's Taylor here and welcome back to my channel. So today I am filming a super highly requested video, and that is my how to meet bands at Warped Tour. I have gotten an insane amount of requests for this video, so I'm just gonna do it. Also, ignore my haircut, like, she cut it uneven. Whatever. We're just gonna go with it. It adds character, you know, whatever. What can you do? Alright, let's just jump into this video. So, the first thing that I recommend doing in order to meet bands at Warped Tour is to know which tent to go to in order to get a meet and greet. So before you go to Warped Tour, a lot of the bands, especially like the Kia tent or, you know, like other tents, if you follow them on Instagram or on Twitter, they will tell you who is doing like a meet and greet at their tent that day. Sometimes it depends, like I don't know, last year or like a few years ago, it was like 4 years ago, of Mice and Men were doing their own meet and greet like at their tent, and then they were also doing another meet and greet at another tent. So you have to kind of like know which tent to go to. So I suggest like looking on Instagram to like see who's playing at what time. The second thing I recommend doing is getting to Warped Tour early so that you are one of the first people in line. I don't really know like what time you should get there because I'm never really one of the first ones there. But if you want to meet like a really big band that is going that year, I recommend getting there honestly 2 hours before Warped Tour even starts, because I know I wanted to meet Pierce the Veil last year at one of the Warped Tours, and I got there at like 10:30ish and the doors opened at 11, and I did not get a meet and greet. Like, I did not get to meet Pierce the Veil at one of my dates, and I was like, it's okay, like, I met them before, it's fine. But yeah, I recommend getting there way early so you guarantee like a meet and greet. Like, I remember last year or 2 years ago of Mice and Men were doing a meet and greet, and I got there an hour and a half before Warped Tour even started, and I got a meet and greet, so I totally recommend doing that. The third thing that I would suggest is find out where, like, on Warped Tour grounds the artist will like come in. Like, that sounds really confusing, but I know at the Warped Tours that I go to, it's always like fenced off, kind of like where they'll come in, so they'll like, it'll be a fence and then they'll like walk in and like they'll walk into Warped Tour, like, if that makes any sense. But that's where I meet a ton of people, like, oh my goodness. That moment when your camera dies, so you have to go charge it, and then while it's charging, you cut your own hair to make the sides even. Because relatable, am I right? Back to whatever I was saying. Go and hang out by those gates. Make sure you find those gates. There's usually like 2 of them, you know, just like wherever. And people just kind of walk in and out, and it's really cool, and it's a great way to meet bands. Let's see. The next thing that you can do is there are a ton of contests going on, like a lot of like dance parties and like all this fun stuff, and a lot of the times the prize is a meet and greet. So make sure you go and check out all of the games that are happening, because you could win a meet and greet, to be honest. The next thing that I would say is that after like the band that you like performs, go and like hang out by like the sides of the stage, because I know like with me, sometimes, like, I remember 2 years ago Issues played, and after they played I like hung out by like the side of the stage, and they came out and like talked to everyone, and it was really cool. So I recommend doing that. It's not like a guaranteed like you're gonna meet them, but it's a maybe, you know? I think that is all for this video. I don't really have any other tips as to meeting bands. It's just kind of, honestly, it's kind of luck. Like, sometimes you run into them, sometimes you just happen upon a meet and greet. It's all luck. But I really hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful, because it was super highly requested, and if it's not helpful, I feel really bad. If you want to see any other Warped Tour related videos, let me know down below and I would love to do them. I'm also thinking about doing like band inspired like makeup tutorials, like I don't know, someone suggested the idea to me and I thought that that would be like a really cool like series to do. So if you want to see that, let me know down below. Comment down below bands or artists or even like actual artists, like painting artists that you would want to see like makeup inspired by them. That sounds confusing, but you get the gist, like you understand. If you are not subscribed, what are you doing? Subscribe. Just kidding, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but if you want to be notified every time I post a new video, then I recommend subscribing. It's a good thing. Also, if you're not following me on Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat, they're all linked down below, so go check them out because I post some pretty cool things sometimes. I mean, at least I think they're pretty cool. Alright, that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so unbelievably much. And I'll see you next time. Bye! The third thing that I recommend you do is to start to prepare your bag